And over the 3-month period, she would go into the register, just take cash out of the register. We have it on video.
There you go, folded one right there. And tucked it into her palm.
So you'd be like, you know, $500, you would take 100 of it, send the 400 up. Okay, all right.
Like I was just taking the funds just so I could like do my granddad for his cremation.
Okay.
On January 13th, 2022, officers responded to a Home Depot after register shortages triggered an internal employee theft investigation. The company documented nearly $1,800 in losses, while the employee estimated about $5,000.
I don't know if they give you a rundown.
All right, bye.
But my boss is going to take this one.
Oh, okay.
He'll explain everything.
Okay, all right.
Associate.
Delta 197. What's up, my man?
How you doing?
Good.
Right.
So, young lady's been working with us for 3 months. And over the 3-month period, she would go into the register, just take cash out of the register. We have it on video. We have documented 17 packs in the other room. Sorry.
At this stage, police are gathering information inside a business that invited them onto the property, so the approach itself appears consensual, not a detention of the employee. The manager's report of repeated shortages, surveillance footage, and preserved register records can support reasonable suspicion and may eventually develop into probable cause. But an allegation is not proof. The legal turning point comes when officers restrict her freedom, and whether the evidence then connects her personally to an intentional taking.
They're doing a termination on her right now, so once they terminate her, I'm going to bring her into you, so you can do what you got to do.
Okay.
All right. So over the 3-month period, we have from 11/19/21, 17/55/22. He's got it all on a thumb drive for you all documented. Here's basically synopsis of what led to the original confirmed theft. Problem was Christmas hit, and during Christmas time she was paying this up. So we stopped the investigation on Christmas, but he continued it in the store. So not everything's on this packet, but it's on his thumb drive and paperwork that he has. Okay? Actually, they need that paperwork too. Or I could do the cash shortage paperwork.
Print that one.
Yeah, I'll do that one.
That.
And then on here, so you'll have all the video. Here's all of her information. You'll see all this is snapshots of what's on video. So you'll see her go in, pawn the money, take it, put it in a pocket on this one.
1 Charlie 3, 1 Charlie 4, 39. Charlie 3.
Basically, every time she did it,
Charlie
you'll
4,
see that.
come on and
You'll see
okay.
the shortage, her go in, take the money and the amount that was taken each time.
3907 South Flagler, 397.
As soon as I walked in,
3907 South Flagler.
her via CCTV live
Colors the
video.
property manager, says in the back parking
And
lot.
then she went to another register until 20. So today, we sat her back here, and she hit the register twice today where we got that money back.
Okay.
Here's her statement. You want to see what she told us?
Because she also says here that she stole about 5,000, so you got
That's what, so what happened was, when we go through the thing, I say, how long you been with us? She'll say, how long I've been with us. How much, on an average, how much do you think you've taken from us each day in registers? So then when she gave us the total, I'm like, do you think it's as much as $5,000? And she goes, yeah, it probably is. Unfortunately, what she tells us and what we have documented are two different worlds. And this is all we seek. We don't. That's just, if she wants to admit to 20 grand, looking and be like.
So is that her there?
Yeah.
Cassandra Lopez, no.
Out.
She's out, yeah.
And then whoever I'm adding, just send them in here, please.
Okay.
He's just all
She takes.
Vault only, yeah. You're fine.
Sorry,
I just.
Okay, no problem. There's a lot going on, I see.
That's
She's going to leave one right
We're getting
here
it for you.
and then fold it with her fingers.
Are you clocked in or out? In. You're still in? Okay. Just give a few seconds.
See how it's tucked
Yeah,
underneath?
it's tucked under, yeah.
She drops it there. She's going to
You
pick it
want
up
to write
again
the
and
book down?
fold it.
Sorry.
She pinched it. and put it
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
I
way.
see it, yeah, folded.
She's quick. That's why I asked her when I was interviewing. Like, where were you before here? Because it, like she did it before. Does she have any prior?
No, she doesn't have really any history. So that's, you know.
She caught on quick. That's the scary thing. Like she caught on quick to our systems and stuff.
She goes in and right in her pocket.
Yeah.
That's one of them. Let's see what else.
Yo, old school cameras 4 years ago
Yeah.
wouldn't even had a
Is
chance.
that a green?
Like, what is that? What are they doing?
Is that a
now?
person there?
Oh God.
Something's moving.
Okay, that one's done.
She's getting the file. She's gonna grab the file.
You don't have the workforce app?
Can't see if it's
There you
full.
go. Folded one right there. And
Yeah.
tucked it into her palm.
That one you can still see the tip of the money sticking out in their hand too.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, it's like separated from the rest.
She's very cooperative, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very well mannered too.
She was ready
She's
to go.
smart. She's smart too.
Puts that.
But she still got it in
Still
her.
got it in her
Yeah.
palm.
Yeah.
And then right in her
And
pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You know, if you had, like kind of older cameras, you probably wouldn't be able to tell. You
No,
wouldn't,
man. That was used to be our nightmare. We
Right,
used to have
right.
to do covert cameras in order to try to
Right,
see it.
right. What about today? You had the.
I didn't save video for today. You want me to?
Go ahead and save it. Yeah.
We
You
took,
Because
know what time
she
that
did
was?
take it.
we took $150 off.
Yeah, what time did I walk in here?
I don't know.
It was literally right after I walked in the door.
Adam, what's your position here?
I'm the District Asset Protection Manager.
Okay. And can you tell me just why are we here? What happened?
Back in early December, we were able to review some reports that showed shortages, cash over short reporting. During that time, we identified the cashier in question, last name, had multiple cash shortages. Due to that, we began our investigation reviewing CCTV, at which time we identified removing funds from the register on multiple occasions and concealing them either in her apron or in her pants pocket. Due to that, we concluded an investigation, and on today's date, what was today? On 1/13/2022, I responded to the store to speak to me with regards to the cash shortages. During my conversation with we asked what transpired and what actions she took. She acknowledged, both written and verbal, that she would open the register doing cash strip voids, remove funds from the register, and conceal them in her apron or in her pocket. She stated the reason she did that is she had a family member that passed away and that she had to help them pay for some funds. When asked how much she took, she stated she thought approximately $5,000. However, documented on paper was just shy of $1,800, which we have CCTV and documented reports of.
Okay. And she was hired just as a standard cashier?
She is a part-time cashier.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
She's been with us about 3 months, and per her self-admission, she's been doing it since she's been with us.
The footage now shows officers reviewing surveillance clips, shortage reports, and a formal statement from Home Depot's asset protection manager. Police allege the employee repeatedly opened registers during cash strip transactions, removed bills, and concealed them. The manager says the company documented nearly $1,800, while the employee's internal estimate was approximately $5,000. Those are two different figures. Legally, that detailed account, supported by video and register records, likely gives officers more than a vague hunch. If the clips are authentic and the employee is reliably identified, the combined facts could establish probable cause for a Florida theft arrest. But probable cause is only a reasonable basis to believe an offense occurred. It is far below proof beyond a reasonable doubt. The employer's interview and review of its own cameras are ordinarily private actions. Therefore, the Fourth Amendment and Miranda generally do not control unless asset protection was acting as an agent of police. The next police interview raises a separate question. Miranda is not required merely because an officer asks questions. It is required before custodial interrogation. A court would examine the closed room, the number and position of the officers, whether the employee was told she could leave, whether her termination had already occurred, the tone of the conversation, and the moment when restraint became objectively apparent. The evidence also needs an individual connection to the employee. That means original video, accurate timestamps, register assignments, cash strip logs, shortage calculations, and a reliable chain of custody. What appears on a manager's screen may be powerful, but prosecutors must still authenticate the recording and prove who handled each register. If the video truly shows bills moving from a register into the employee's hand and then into her pocket, this would be an actual possession theory. Constructive or joint possession would not be necessary. Finally, the $5,000 estimate cannot replace proof of value. Florida permits separate amounts to be combined only when the alleged takings were part of one scheme or continuing course of conduct.
Okay. Can you tell me what happened? What's going on?
Like when he said I've been working here 3 months, I guess now, because I came in November.
Right.
And, like when I just worked, like I was just taking the funds just so I could like do my granddad for his cremation.
So you took this job for who?
No, like I was working, like it's just working, but no, like with this, it's like I was taking the funds out for my grandfather's cremation.
So your father's cremation, okay.
Yeah, my grandfather.
You just, okay, and wait, what do you mean you were taking funds? What do you mean?
Like the money from the registers.
All right, the money that you were stealing from the register? Yeah. Okay, so that money you were using to donate towards your father's cremation. Okay. Obviously, I mean, I hope you understand the error in your ways, you know. So, you know, I mean, it's against the law to steal, you know, from a business. You know, you were getting paid, correct? You're already getting paid. Yes. And you got your monthly salary or paychecks?
Yeah, weekly or something.
Yeah, weekly, okay. And, but, you know, so you were taking the money out of the register. How would you do this exactly?
Like, it was like, we got the register say do like a cash strip and just like fold it on
cash drop?
Yeah, you can say cash drop. Same thing.
Or strip, you said? Strip, okay. Yeah. Okay, and so what does a cash strip mean?
It's like when the register is like, you have to, they only can have a certain amount of register. So like if you have like $1,000, you have to drop 5. Well, it normally be more than 1,000, but it will tell you how much you have to drop. So we like it's like hundreds, 50s, then 20s, 10s, 5s, 1s, and like change. You shouldn't have nothing in your hundreds and 50 spot. You should only have 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so when you have excess money in your register, you have to do a strip.
Yeah, you just have to like send it up to the office or I don't know where.
So what would happen normally if you know you weren't stealing the money, but you know you understood that you needed to do a strip on your register?
Yes.
Who would take the money?
Nobody. We have to put it in like if it's like this shift daytime, you just put it in like a bottle and you send it up. But if you do night shift, you have to just keep it under the register.
Oh, okay. All right. So they have like a specific means for collecting the money, and then, but it's not to go like in your pocket or something. Okay. All right. So. And you said it goes in like a, what did you call it? One of those.
It's a bottle. It's like so. How you do it is you put it in like a packet. You
kind of like at the bank?
Zipper, you zip it, and you put it in a bottle and you send it up through like a tube. Just say tube.
Okay.
Yeah, the bank when you go to like the drive-through.
And so what's usually the amount that it requires you to do a strip? Or is there any amount?
No, it's not no amount. So like how much ever 20, like how much ever hundreds and 50s, you just put in the register. If you got like 10 hundreds, you'll put 10 hundreds. If you got 350s, you'll put 350s.
Okay.
And the computer calculate it out by itself.
Okay, all right. And so, but you were just stripping the register, but then not sending it up. You just
like I was like I'll just take 100 and then I'll send the rest. I guess it is.
Okay, all right. Oh, I got you. So you'd be like $500. You would take 100 of it, send the 400 up. Yeah. Okay, all right. And so, when was the first time that you
began? It had to be in December.
Okay. And do you remember how much approximately you've taken?
When I did it with AJ and Beth, they told her out 5,000 downstairs. That's what they told her out. So.
Okay. Are you regretful at all for?
Yeah. It was just like I just have a lot going on.
Okay. Do you have anything else for me? Okay.
They had like we signed like a paper say I could pay it back, but I don't know how we go about that. I don't know.
Okay. Is that what your intent is?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember when you were hired here? You just said November, right? You say
Yes.
sometime in November?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. It was after Thanksgiving, but my first shift was after Thanksgiving.
Okay. Stand up for me.
Can we go out this door?
Yeah. All right, turn around.
And this way?
Yeah. Make it right. Hold on. Oops. These all ones?
Yeah.
Are these credit cards in your name?
Yes.
What's your name?
Johnny Jennings.
Do you have anything in your? I'm sorry, guys. Do you have anything in your locker that you need to have?
No, I never used my locker.
Okay.
All right. We got 110, 10, 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 26, $27. Any other cash?
No.
All right.
The footage shows the employee explaining the cash strip process and saying she sometimes kept $100 before sending the remaining balance. Officers then turn her around, apparently place her under arrest, and check her cards and $27 in cash. That cash alone does not prove it came from Home Depot. Under the Florida law effective on January 13, 2022, theft required knowingly obtaining or using another person's property with the intent to deprive the owner of it or to appropriate it. A proven total of at least $750, but less than $20,000, constituted third-degree grand theft. Separate takings could be combined only if they were part of one scheme or course of conduct. The documented figure of nearly $1,800 and the estimated figure of $5,000 would both fall within that same felony degree. The possible statutory exposure was up to 5 years in prison and a default fine of $5,000. Florida law also allowed a higher fine equal to twice the financial gain or loss. These are statutory limits, not predictions of the sentence a court would impose. Probable cause appears to have existed before the personal search. The manager described shortages, showed officers video and business records, and reported both a written statement and the recovery of money that day. If that information was reliable and a lawful arrest promptly followed, the examination of the employee's wallet and pockets could qualify as a search incident to arrest. The footage does not show a canine sniff or a search of a vehicle, home, bag, phone, or other digital device. Miranda is the closer legal issue. The police interview occurred in a private back room, after the employer's interview and shortly before the employee was apparently handcuffed. No Miranda warning is audible in the available recording. A court would ask whether a reasonable person in that position would have believed they were free to end the conversation and leave. If this was custodial interrogation without a valid warning and waiver, the employee's statements to police could be excluded from the prosecution's main case. That would not automatically dismiss the charge. It would not necessarily erase a voluntary statement previously made to the employer, the surveillance footage, or the company's business records. At trial, prosecutors would still need authenticated video, reliable register logs, employee assignments, shortage calculations, the signed statement, and evidence proving one continuing scheme and the total value involved. The defense could challenge identification, financial calculations, missing footage, chain of custody, the suggestive way the $5,000 estimate was obtained, aggregation of the alleged takings, Miranda compliance, and the voluntariness of the statements. An offer to repay the money does not automatically erase criminal intent at the time of an alleged taking. The available footage does not verify a formal charging document, conviction, sentence, or criminal history. Therefore, the narrator's claim that the employee was charged with stealing more than $5,000 remains unconfirmed. The police performance score is 7 out of 10. The officers appear calm and proportionate, and they gathered substantial evidence. However, their score is reduced by the unresolved Miranda issue and the conflicting estimates of the alleged loss. The employee's legal position score is 2 out of 10. Her detailed recorded account, the reported private statement, and the alleged surveillance footage create a highly damaging legal position. However, suppression and proof of value challenges remain available. These are legal position scores. They are not findings of guilt. Lesson 1. Private security is not automatically governed by Miranda. Lesson 2. Miranda applies to custodial interrogation, not every police question. Lesson 3. Probable cause may permit an arrest, but conviction requires proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Lesson 4. Separate thefts may be combined only when they form one scheme or continuing course of conduct. Lesson 5. Maximum statutory penalties describe possible exposure, not the sentence a court will necessarily impose. Did the officers lawfully move from investigation to custodial questioning, or should the police interview be suppressed?